Good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News here on Newsfirst. You're here with me, Natasha Disanaika. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Public granted the opportunity to visit Parliament without prior permission. The budget of the Madhya Pradesh Sabha defeated. North Korea says Yang Song-taek, the uncle of leader Kim Jong-un, executed. Moving on to your stories in detail, a rehearsal on uniflow traffic along Duplication Road from Dickman's Junction to Hindu College and on the Gaul Road from Savoy Cinema Hall in Vallavatta towards Colombo was tested today. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana has the details for us.
A special traffic rehearsal was conducted today from 9 to 11 in Duplication Road, Dharmarama Road and Gaul Road from Savoy Theatre towards Colombo. The police is planning to implement one-way traffic system from Dickman Duplication Roundabout to Gaul Road via Dharmarama Road. The rehearsal was conducted today and the traffic police officers and other authorities of road safety are discussing the progress of the rehearsal. If it is successful, definitely this particular traffic plan will be implemented in the near future, but still it is being discussed.
Moving on to one of your headline-making stories, the 2014 budget of the Madhya Pradesh Sabha was defeated in the second round of voting today. The budget was defeated by a majority of 3 votes. According to the Deputy Chairman of the Madhya Pradesh Sabha, KP Lasanta Sanjeeva, 5 members of the ruling party voted against the 2014 budget. Moving on, an individual died after he was trapped between 2 containers at the Sri Lanka customs yard in Urugudavatta. The police stated that the driver of the container truck has been taken into custody.
This tragic event took place last night. The assistant of the driver died when he was assisting the driver to reverse a container truck at the Sri Lanka customs yard in Urugudavatta. The police stated that the container in question has been handed over to the police, while the driver has been taken into custody and will be presented before the magistrate courts today. Meanwhile, the police are conducting further investigations into a bus accident that took place in close proximity to the Dematapitiya junction along the Colombo-Chilau highway last night. The accident occurred at 7:20 p.m. The police stated that the bus, which was heading towards Colombo from Chilau, veered off the road and collided with a tree. 3 other vehicles sustained damage in the incident.
Moving on, Chief Medical Officer of the Colombo Municipal Council, Pradeep Karyabasam, stated that the number of dengue cases have risen in the Colombo area. He added that within this year, 3,000 dengue cases have been reported. He points out that 3,000 patients have been reported from Colombo, yet for this year to date, out of which 320 dengue cases have been reported last month and 150 cases are recorded within this month. Pradeep Karyabasam cited the mosquito breeding spots at construction sites as the main reason for this statistic. He further said that though building contractors have been informed in this regard and legal action taken against offenders, the situation remains unchanged. The Chief Medical Officer of the Colombo Municipal Council said that the Urban Development Authority and the Colombo Municipal Council have been requested to cancel the permits given for the construction of buildings in order to control the situation. Moving on to more news, Dr. Hemantha Benragama notes that he has handed in a letter of resignation to the Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Nihal Jayatilaka, stating that he will be resigning from his post as the Deputy Director of Laboratory Services. In his letter of resignation, he noted that he took up the position only on a temporary basis and requests that investigations be launched into the allegations levelled against him.
My permanent title is the Director of the Cosmetic Devices and Drugs Regulatory Authority. However, I was named the Director General of Health Services in August and functioned in this capacity. I carried out this service without receiving any added benefits, but during my tenure as the Director General of Health Services, a number of allegations were levelled against me which are false and for which I am prepared to face an investigation. I have held discussions with the Minister of Health and the Secretary to the Ministry asking as to why I am in this position even when these allegations have been leveled against me. I have requested that an investigation be launched into the matter because the complaints against me are completely false.
Now, when Newsfirst inquired into the matter, Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Dr. Nihal Jayatulika, said that he had indeed received such a letter and investigations have commenced. Now moving on, today is the second day of the Damla Mela 2013, a carnival and trade fair organized by the Junior Past Pupils Association of the Sri Dharma Loka College, Kalania. The media sponsor for this event is Newsfirst. Damla Mela 2013, which is currently being held at the Cyril Matthews Sports Grounds in Kalania, commenced last evening. The fair is organized in line with the 75th anniversary celebration of Sri Dharma Loka College, Kalania. Many entertaining events have been lined up at the carnival, and visitors will also be given the opportunity to take part in a Newsfirst screen test. The event will go on until the 15th of this month. Speaker Chama Rajapaksa announced in Parliament today that the public will be granted the opportunity to visit the parliamentary complex from today onwards without obtaining prior permission. Meanwhile, the expenditure ahead of the Ministry of Transport was taken up for debate today.
UNP MP Ganta Karunathilaka opened the debate and charged that a number of SLTB depots had not paid EPF allowances to their employees, while some had not paid the salaries of employees. Minister of Private Transport Services C.B. Ratnayaka responded on behalf of the government. TNA MP M.A. Sumandiran, who joined the debate, called on the government to allow the Northern Provincial Council to handle public transportation in the Northern Province through the SLTB. DNA MP Sunil Handunnetti meanwhile noted that corruption is rampant within the SLTB as spare parts for buses are being purchased from suppliers with personal connections to officials.
Moving on to another local story we just received, the 2014 budget of the Kaspawa Urban Council was also defeated during the second round of voting held today. According to our correspondent, the budget was defeated by one vote. The chairman of the Kaspawa Urban Council, Lakshman Pereira, speaking to Newsfirst, noted that 2 members of the ruling party cast their vote against the budget. And that concludes our lunchtime news bulletin. Do stay tuned for Live at 55 updates coming to you throughout the day. I'm Natasha Disanayakar for Newsfirst.